Okay, look like we're about to get started. All right. Let me see if I can hear myself. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Those of you who are up late, please don't mind the late session. But a lot has been going on. It's been a very busy day. A lot has happened today. We just completed a wonderful event on live stream through Zoom, and one of our partners who did a presentation, and we have a board of doctors and individuals who are sharing testimonies. So I just want to take this time to chat with each and every one of you a little bit. I want to chat about my book that I have published a while back. I'm trying to get back to that. I know I have been to my readers, been pretty much distracted or doing other things because I got a lot of businesses. I have a lot of business, and I'm not lying. Quite a few businesses I got working because, Warren Buffett always said, never depend on a single source. Never depend on a single source. But anyway, first announcement for today. Before I go to that, let me back up a little bit and introduce myself. My name is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold. I am an author. I have been a pastor. I serve in ministries. I have an online ministry. My biggest ministry is helping people reach their full potential and also teaching the Word of God and systematically. And if you were in my class, you understand what I mean by systematically, particularly those who understand the word systematic theology. So that's what I teach. But anyway, just first, and now that we got that part out of the way, I just wanted to share with you about today. Tonight's evening was spectacular. I pray people like yourself take a look at what my wife and I've been sharing for a while. We had a very busy week. Last week we've been back to back, right before the New Year's. We had phone calls. We were processing applications. We were helping individual come on board for a better quality of life. And a lot of people have suffered for a long time, like myself, through a lot of pain, a lot of aches, a lot of joint pain. Some of us been through a lot of surgeries that didn't work, a lot of tried other things. And I'm here to tell you, I'm just going to put it out there, Super Patch is awesome. So if you've never heard of Super Patch before and looking for an alternative to medication that don't work, procedures that don't work, acupunctures that don't work, all these things that haven't given you the quality of life that you've been looking for, where you can live an active and productive life, I want you to get with my wife and I and say, hey, I want to know more about this Super Patch thing you all been talking about. I want to know, hey, how can I live a better life? How can I get back to doing things I enjoy? Like this spring coming up, some of y'all like to plant flowers. Some of you want to get rid of those leaves and don't want to hire a contract. I mean, there's a lot out there that we want to do, but we can't do it because of pain, joint pain, bone-on-bone pain, all sorts of things. So please take that in consideration. Please take that in consideration on your journey. And also, matter of fact, I'll put it right here. And if you want to take a look at what we do, here's the website. And the website is teamarnold.superpatch.com. That's teamarnold.superpatch.com. For those of you who I'm a veteran as well. Served 22 years of military service. Served in ministry over 22 years. Let's get it right. Over 22 years. I love sharing the goodness of God, but I also like to share business principles. Because from my experience, I used to own a storefront. I used to own numbers of businesses. Some continue on, some not so much. But that's the changes of the market. When the market changes and it loses value, and you have to do something else. I'm also an investor, which I will get to in shortly. But I want to share, number one, this coming weekend, if you're not doing anything and you're in the Central Virginia area, I mean Chester, Colonial Heights, Petersburg, my wife and I will be hosting a health wellness ministry event. It's called a health and wellness ministry event. Okay, that's our ministry. And what we're going to be doing is, our goal is to patch 1 million people. Amen? We want to patch 1 million people. Maybe all at once, maybe not on the same day, but close to it within time. Within a shorter period of time. And this is going to take place on January 10th at 12 o'clock. Now, I'm going to be zooming in a broadcast of the event. So don't worry. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. We're going to have the cameras on so you can be a witness to the event. Hopefully, have some help where we can get I can do the share screen, the video, the presentation itself, the 5-minute video, and some testimonials, and also do some training, because we all need training. There's a lot of folks that we have signed up and helped signed up this last week, right before New Year's Day or night and morning, and now that we have all these individuals in place, it's time for them to know what they're doing and why they're doing it and how to do it. And that's by coming to training. Now, I've been an instructor. I have been an educator. So I have a zeal and love for education and for training. And one of the biggest things I've done when I was to wear these cross rifles right here was to train soldiers. And that's what I used to do. I trained officers. I trained cadets as well. And I'm taking this opportunity to train you. Many of you have decided to work the walk of faith and become an associate with a company that's going places and helping thousands of people every day. We want to help the world. And that's part of ministry. We are called to help the world. And to do that, we have to know what we're doing. So we're going to have some training. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some people. We got plenty of room. We're not going to be in this office right here. I got a bigger room on the other side of this wall. That will be enough to suffice, and the seating arrangement to suffice, plus a big screen TV as well. So we're kind of looking forward to it, and we want to reach out to you to let you know we are hosting an event. My wife and I hosting events on this Saturday. My partner's going to be here, many of our partners, and guys, please bring a guest. Bring a guest to be patched, because we want to patch the world. We want to patch as many people as possible. We want to get as many people to experience the super patch. This little patch right here does a lot, guys. I'm telling you, it don't look much, but I'm telling you, the technology is amazing. It's truly amazing. Plus, it is FDA registered as a device. So anytime there's a registered device, that means it's good. So on this Saturday, be here, B Square, Health and Wellness Ministry presents Patch 1 Million with Sheila Arnold and yours truly, Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold. Right here, the address is on the flyer, and those who can't make it, it will be Zoom. The Zoom ID number will be 826-2749-9790. Now, I'm going to go ahead and type that in to our listeners, so that way we have some understanding. But it's going to be the Zoom ID for Saturday at 12 o'clock. And if you have friends, please share the Zoom ID with them. 2749-9790 in that order. At 12 p.m. We ain't going to hold you long. It's going to be at least maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But nevertheless, the information is worth its weight in gold. The patches are worth their weight in gold. Come on, bring someone. I do have an elevator in the garage. So if you have someone in a wheelchair who needs access to the house, I do have a ramp. When I was on my walker and when I was using my scooter, and I got a bigger scooter coming, I had to use that device. I couldn't walk the stairs. Guess what? I hop on this little elevator, raise me up, and we ride right off. And my hallway is big enough where you can be mobile with a wheelchair. So if you're in a wheelchair, just come. I have the facilities. I have the equipment. Of course, the bathroom we get, we have what it needs too. So just come. We can get you inside the house without any discomfort. That's not the issue, because I pretty much, as a disabled veteran, set things in motion just in case I have to have a wheelchair to get around. And thank God I did, because when I'm a walker or with a scooter, I need those things in place, okay? So that's where it's at. Anybody watching today? Edwin Blake, how you doing, brother? How are you? How you doing, classmate? Glad you can join us. But yeah, we're going to have it this weekend on this Saturday, right at my home address. The flyer says it all. And just come. We'd love to have you. And definitely want to educate you on a few things. And if you do join to be a associate, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to share with you, especially if you're not that strong in computer. If you're computer literate or an iPhone or phone literate, then there was no problem for you. It'll take hardly any time. And then all I ask you to do is to practice, get familiar with the equipment. It's just like you're getting, like I used to operate a M113. So I had to understand the engine, how to do maintenance, cleaning, how to keep the equipment running, how to change the oil, change the air filter on that armored personnel carrier. I have to know how to drive it and how to park it. So it's the same thing with anything else. You get it with a computer laptop or a tablet or a phone, you have to learn the inner works of that. And plus even websites, you have to learn the inner works for that. So that's, I hope that's helpful to you. 12 o'clock this Saturday coming up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, give or take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days to plan. If you don't have anything to do, come on up. The address is on the flyer that's posted on Facebook. It's spread it. I've shared it everywhere within the group. So, or you can just chime in through Zoom. All right, we'd love to have you. Now, moving forward, I just want to talk about a few books. This is my wife's book. My wife is a certified integrated health and nutrition coach. Okay, that's all she do. She wrote this book. She got a number of other books too. I don't see them. I thought I had them down here. But anyway, she published this book called The Lifestyle Transformation Commitment Journal. It's a journal. This one here in particularly I like is a 30-day journal. Okay, 30-day journal. And what it entails is a few things. I'm just going to read it off real quick. It talks about the 30-day journal. It talks about health history. Make a commitment. And just like anything else, we want to make a commitment. Your first 21 days towards your best days, rest of your life. She talks about the healthy healing means of a healthy gut. Trust me, I do understand what that means. I have a great appreciation of the healthy gut. She also has to have information about detoxing. So we're too long, our bodies are just so toxic, and we don't take time for detoxification. So she talks about detoxing, what steps to take to detox your body. Matter of fact, there's a 7-day detox plan within this book. You want to get your hands on this book. She also talks about the approved proteins. That's good for you. 5 sample menus. All right. Approved protein for weight loss and physical health program. 7 days for low GI meals plan. She also talks about these are simple meal plans Used for GI chart to plan your own meals, daily low GI food list, and daily journals. She also talks about pre-diabetics, those who may be pre-diabetics, healthy lifestyle for pre-diabetics and diabetics, what to control your blood sugar and reduce A1C to normal level. This is an awesome book. It even have, we just had this right here, this cabbage and beef, which is very good. It's it takes less than 5 minutes to prepare, and it's in full color. Now, we have other books that are totally dedicated recipes, so you definitely want to get your hands on that. This one also have your schedule. You write down what you have for breakfast, what you have for lunch, what you have for snacks, dinners, and so forth, and you write down the time, okay? And you also write down what type of beverage you have been consuming. So you definitely want to add that in your journal. Check this out. Isn't that a nice picture? So it's in full color, guys. This one in particular is paperback. We also have some books that's in hardback. It got salmon recipes. It got vegetable beef noodle soup recipes. It has apple cherry glazed pork chop recipes. She also have the cheese seed pudding, which is very good. Everything she cooked here on this cookbook, she prepared herself. Okay. Also, ice cream. It has a recipe for that. So there's a book you want to get your hands on. And I didn't mean to do this, but I'm going to bring this up too. Because I have published over 50 books, in case you didn't know. Over 50 books. When I was suffering through all my pain, the Lord said, take your mind off your pain, write. And that's exactly what I have done. So I'm hoping to inspire someone to get up and write what God shared with them to write to the people, and to benefit our people as a whole and the body of Christ. Write. Tell the story. Now, I wrote, my first book was Breaking the Chain of Bondage of Tradition of the Church. And we talk about those false teachings that's within the church, or false traditions. It has nothing to do with biblical teachings that has been practiced over the years, and that's in all cases. So I don't hold punches on either one of them. I just hit them all. Also, I wrote this book right here, The Fall of Satan. Now, in this book, I talk about the exploration of the fall of Satan, drawing from biblical scriptures. And I also talk about other narratives in relation to theology. Okay, I do have a seminary education. I have practical application. I'm an electronics major and graduate. I'm also a theologian graduate with 3 masters, okay, and 1 doctorate. So I know a little something. I may not show it, but I do know a little something. Push me against the wall, you'll learn quick. But anyway, it's not the point. This is a good book, easy read, very thin. It's not that much. It's not even expensive, very cost effective for those who want to learn a little bit about that. So let me put this over here. I'm not going to take time to go over every book I have ever published. Just want to go over a few for my fellow veterans. The Art of Filing for VA Veterans Disability Benefit. Maximizing your benefit, a comprehensive guide to achieving up to 100%. Hey guys, I'm here to tell you I'm a 400% veteran. How in the world can you be a 400% veteran and the VA only pays 100%? Well, it's very simple. My condition goes over 400% if you add the numbers. Yes, the VA does only pay for 100%, but guess what? I'm locked in. There's no way they can say that there's no problem with me down the road, because I have over 400% worth of damage from my military service. See right here? Every branch, every MOS or AFSC, I served in the Air Force too, plus I'm airborne, okay? And I served in a lot of, like my ops brother said was doing, I served in ops as a civil affairs specialist. and which was under ops at one time, and more brains than bronze, and that's what I used. But you want to get this book. This book gonna bless you. I help guys get up to 100%. I have helped guys get 50% who don't understand the process. There's a lot of veterans, especially Vietnam veterans, who do not understand the process. This is a step-by-step guide. You can't go wrong. It tells you what you need. It tells you what type of paperwork you got to have. How to apply for the VA disability benefit. It tells you how to. What did you do? What does it mean by ADST, mobilization? What does it mean by ADSW, active duty, AD? What does it mean by Title 10? Because if it applies to you, that's what it applies. If you serve active duty, whether it be ADS for annual training or ADDT or mobilization, I'm a reservist, been a reservist too. This is it, right? Case in point, I was a reservist. And I did serve on active service too, and I served in AGR. I did serve some AGR time in the Air National Guard through the Air Force side, and I served on active duty. So overall, I did the whole thing. I have a DD-214. You got a DD-214, that's all you really need, because the rest is homework. And this book talks about homework, okay? And all you have to do is follow the steps. Standard claim process. Which process will you want to start with? Do you want to start with a fully developed claim, FDC program, or do you want to go with the standard claim program? I always do the fully developed program, okay? The fully developed claim, because I want to give everything. I want to make sure I have all my documentations. And that's the thing. Documentation beats conversation. Medical records beats all conversation, including surgery. So you want to have everything you need from step 1 to step whatever. It also talks about grants. Okay? It talks about grants, like the HISA grant, the grant amount, what you entitled to. If you're interested in replacing a shower unit in your privacy of your home or with the permission of the landlord. Okay? It's considered home improvement. There's a HISA grant. There's other grants too called a HEROES grant. I want my veterans to hear very clearly. If you're looking to utilize the HISA grant, then you want to definitely delve into the HEROES grant as well, because one pays a certain amount, the other one pays the difference. You also want to share your case study. It's a case study in here. It's a small case study just to get you started. And it also tell you what we do, why we do it, how we help so many of our veterans. And of course, the frequently asked questions are in here. The services that is provided. Okay. Also talks about my biography. Who am I? What did I do? What did I do while in service? What was my rank? That sort of thing. I have the opportunity to serve as an officer and NCO. I have a number of degrees. I have a number of certifications. I have a number of professional certification. So you can't say I wasn't qualified. I've also been ecclesiastic endorsed for chaplaincy. So many of you who are looking to join the military, to become a military chaplain of all branches, you have to have at a minimum requirement. As a matter of fact, I'll say it's a maximum. You have to have an MDiv. You have to have a master's degree in divinity. Period. You come up there and say, I got a master of arts something here, and I got a doctorate of divinity or a doctor in ministry, and they still won't take you because you do not have that MDiv. That MDiv is the foundation of your career. Everything else is probably just nice to have. But I'm being upfront because I've been there, done that. You definitely want to have an MDiv when you go through the process. You want to be physically fit, okay? You want to be ecclesiastic endorsed by an ecclesiastic endorser of a religious organization that will represent you while you're serving as a chaplain, whether you be in the federal civil service side or the military side. Doesn't matter. You have the ecclesiastic endorser. If you want to be one of those chaplains in Congress that do the invocations, you have to be ecclesiastic endorsed. You have to have that a minimum, an MDiv, the same requirement Nothing new. But you want to get this book right here. That's open to all veterans. And this is just a very basic book. It's $15. And yours truly today. You'll find it on Amazon. Okay? It's a 6x9, nice to have, easy to carry. Very simple. Very simple book. It's not complicated. Okay? Now for those who wants to know, there's a second edition. There's a Spanish edition, paperback, hardback, and there's also the bonus edition. I call this the Lexus or the BMW of the book, okay? Because this book contains a lot more information. It's bigger, of course, which is obvious, and it has color photography. It also has the forms. It has additional information that will help you navigate for additional benefits that you may not be aware of, like this histogram right here. Okay. And here's the before on the bottom. Here's the after. That's a histogram for you. That's the histogram, and it's worth its weight in gold. It also talks about. Let's see. This book covers, of course, publication work for the promises, pain of the process, military disability. It is a pain in the process. I'm not going to lie to you. Solution overview, application process, case studies, case study results, frequency, and those are testimonials. Frequency asked question, objection of handling. A lot of guys wouldn't even apply for disability because they felt they never served the country or they didn't serve in the capacity that they feel that they are worthy of serving. Let me tell you something. You serve, you got DD-214, that's all you need. Talks about, of course, my bios, resources, information about for our HVACs, generator grants, auto grants, few more other items in here that the other books does not cover. Now, on the new, I republished the bonus book to include information in regards to spouse. In case of a veteran have died in relation to their disability, if they have died as a result of their disability, let's say they have a heart attack, they have 20 or 30%, 40%, 10%. This is a result of their disability or I forgot the name of it, but anyway, somebody's going to correct me on it. As a result of your condition or your symptoms, as a result of your claim, and years later you have a heart attack and die, there is a way for the spouse to apply. However, the money that you receive for when your spouse was alive is going to be reduced because now the spouse have to go and claim for herself for the spousal portion of the side, which is goes up to $1,800 instead of the $3,000 and $4,000 if the spouse is 100%. So, and I pray that Congress and many legislators will look at and take into consideration and say, hey, the spouse been living off with her husband or her spouse at this point, this part of income for a number of years, and the spouse died, whatever reason, and leaving the spouse with, in want, you can't afford to pay mortgage, can't pay the car note, and that sort of thing. And I hope they come up with something saying, well, we're going to allow spouses to continue anything over 5 or 10 years, allow them to continue to receive the same benefits that their husband was receiving as a way of showing our support to the spouse for supporting their husbands, not their husband or wife, their spouse for their military service. Either way. And I believe that would be the right thing to do. But a lot of spouses nowadays have suffering because when their spouse passed away before them, they're stuck with going from one level of income through the VA to this part of income if they could get approved and show cause that the spouse passed away as a result of their claim, as a result of their injuries while serving on active duty. Okay? And you can, and all because, and guys in the National Guard and Reserve, I'm a reservist and a guardsman, and I serve on active duty too, and I'm here to tell you guys, You have just the right an entitlement from through the Veterans Affairs as the regular Army is or Marine, Air Force, Navy, and because all that stuff when Desert Storm chucked in, guess what? All that stuff go out the door because we're giving our all to. And let me tell you, we had to fulfill the same standard, PT or APFT standard. We had to still the skill standards. We still had to, our military bearings still had to be the same. We still had to be willing to serve and be gone for a year to 2 or 3 years if necessary. So please do not give me that the National Guard and the Reserve don't do anything, because I have served in both. Okay? And we work just as hard. Try working a civilian job while serving on active duty, and then talk to me. Talk to me. Sir, work on that, work on a full-time job and still work your full-time active duty. I'd love to see the results of that. But anyway, that's where it's as far as the Reserve, National Guard, disability, military disability. Now, on other books I have written, one, for example, this is called The Great Commission. And this book offers a profound exploration of the Great Commission and its implications for the Christian leadership. Yes, Christian leadership. I provide the detailed explanations, examination of church history, the order of the church, the various Christian denominations, and effective leadership principles. Yes, you'll find this also on Amazon. I also written a book back in 2008. It's published in 2008. I wrote it years earlier, called We Are Living in the Finished Work of Christ. It's a very interesting read. It does have Hebrew and Greek, the original writings, definitions. It's a dictionary as well as a tool to help you understand the scriptures that you are reading, whether it be King James or NIV or the Vulgate. And those scriptures have to be in line with the ancient writings. Okay? Now, I found some paragraphs, well, I'm not going to talk about that, but that's a different story. But anyway, I just want to encourage you. It's a great book. You'll also find it on Amazon. You can just Google my name, and you'll find We Are Living in the Finished Work of Christ, Breaking the Chains of Bondage. You'll find also Hurricane Katrina and I, for my time serving in the Air National Guard, active duty, during my deployments to New Orleans, okay? And that was a big event when you have a city that was almost basically destroyed by God, by the power of God, nature, if we will. That force through the force of water and wind, okay? Very devastation, big devastation. I was there. I seen it all. I smelled it all, and I know it, okay? Another good book is the Bible teaching on sin. And we deal with sin. I did a video study on sin a couple of years back. This is a great read. It talks about the biblical teachings of sins to Bible students, okay? I'm speaking about college students or seminary students, but just basic students who wants to learn, who wants a book that delves into various aspects of sin as dedicated in the Bible, including the origins of sin, the consequences of sin, the path of redemption through grace and faith. This book gives you an understanding and a summary of key points in the book that help you understand sin. Okay, so I want you to get that book. This book is also on Amazon. It's very price point very good for those who don't want to spend a lot of money on thick books, books that will cost them a fortune. And I went to college, and trust me, I know. But this is a great read, and I'm just taking what I have learned through Christian education. So I've decided to go ahead and put it out there. Okay? Other books, I've also been in business. So if you want to learn, I used to own a store. Hey, I have a great understanding. I've been in the insurance industry. I've been in the restaurant industry. I have managed millions of dollars in business transactions in my life. And I'm here to tell you, I know a few things. Plus, in this book. It's called The Entrepreneur Personal Brand, Crafting a Magnetic Presence in the Marketplace. If you see what I do through Facebook or all the social media, that's considered a marketplace. I take what I have known and come to understand. A lot of what I already know, they're teaching in some of your top colleges and universities right now. How do I know? Because I'm a graduate of Cornell University. I'm a graduate of Liberty Baptist Theological Seminary, Liberty University. I'm a graduate from Virginia State University. I attended Nash Community College, St. Leo's College University. I attended that. I attended, University of Phoenix as well, and the Community College of the Air Force, just to name a few. I haven't even begun to touch my military certification. But this book right here, when it comes to branding yourself and making a magnetic presence that draws people to you in the marketplace, whether it be in ministry or whether it be in business, you want to get your hands on this book, because I have extensive experience in business ownership, military leadership, pastoral guidance, and education to provide a comprehensive guide through this book to help you to aspire and establish those who desire to be entrepreneurs. This book is designed to equip readers with the tools, strategies, and needed to build a powerful and authentic brand. You are a brand. You are a brand. Anytime you're sharing a product or service, you are a brand. Your name is your brand. Your product is a brand. We got a product called Super Patch. That's a brand, okay? McDonald's is a brand, okay? United States Army is a brand. United States as a whole is a brand. Nobody can use it to say that we're the United States. Nope, there's only one United States. There's one United States Army. There's one United States Air Force. And I can go on and on and on and on. There's only one Philip Morris, okay? LLC. So, or incorporated. Just to give you an idea about branding. You watch ABC News, that is a billion-dollar business. That is a brand. That is not a volunteer. That is not a charity. It is a business that earns money through what? Advertisement. What do? They charge companies that we all know that looks like have product like this every day, and they earn billions of dollars a year. Why? To promote an opportunity for these companies to promote their brand. Facebook does the same way. Okay? In the market, if you want to market a product on Facebook and you wanted to reach thousands of people, you have to pay to play. Now, there's some freebies here, and God willing, you go viral, that's a great thing. It didn't cost you a dime, great. But if you do want to go and reach tens of thousands of people or potential customers, not offering any guarantees, then you have to pay Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, something to say, let's take your product out there. Okay? That's what this book is all about. That's what this book is all about. Now, what I really want to do is finish up what I left off when I was just talking about demystifying smart contract, what business owners should know. Now, this book goes into detail about demystifying the smart contract. What is a smart contract? This book talks about it in the crypto space. Do you know crypto transactions are done in smart contracts? Did you know a lot of your major industry, because I had to do a report, I had to do the research, and to find out a lot of your big companies are now moving from ACH to smart contract. Your federal government, your Department of Defense, your Department of the Army, Department of the Navy, Department of the, not the Marine Corps, the Department of the, Air Force. They're using smart contracts now. Why? They're dealing with logistics. So if you want to move equipment, food, water, office equipment to a theater of operations, utilizing logistics, and you want to track that thing, you have to use smart contracts. Okay? And where does it happen? It all happens in the crypto space. I just want to talk about it. This book covers, I mean, anybody who wants to go to college and understand blockchain essentials, or understand how cryptocurrency really works, or how smart contracts work in the college level, then this book would be a great introduction for you. Why? Because I attended those colleges. I'm an investor. I invest in cryptocurrency. I invest in Ethereum. I invest in Bitcoin. But I also invest with another company. And it's called a Texacoin. That's what I do. The guy who created Texacoin, created Texacoin, created Bitcoin. Think about that for a minute. This guy created Bitcoin. He's already rich. He's in the silver industry. He designed the Bitcoin. But he also designed this. Do y'all know what this is? Do you know what this is? It's called a cold wallet. This is where your coins go in. Okay? You got another one for Ethereum. Ethereum is major deal in the blockchain because it owns the blockchain. You cannot transact Bitcoin without Ethereum. It has to be done in Ethereum to do the transaction. It's in my book. It's in my book. So when you see this book, guys, I want you to go to Amazon.com and read it. Buy the book and read it. It's very essential that you do that. Because if you want to have an understanding of this, and you want an understanding of industry, okay, you want to get that book. I do a lot of business. I mean, like I said, I diversify my portfolio. I also have what is called a estate plan. And there's a way to get to an estate plan. I can help you point you in the direction for that. You need a will, you need an estate plan. If you don't have an estate plan, your stuff will go into probate. All you need is one member of your family to object, and it will be tied up in court, and ain't no guarantee you'll get what your mom and dad really want you to have, or your grandparents, or whatever is just trying to will to you. That's just the bottom line. That's all the bottom line. But you want to get this book because it covers so much. I'm going to list off some of the companies that are using this technology when I'm reading that I have shared in this book. And now I'm not going to tell you what's in it. I already covered it in detail through my other YouTube videos. So if you want to know what this demystifying smart contract is all about, you want to get yourself a copy of this book. If you want to understand how blockchain works, you want to get this book. You want to know what Bitcoin is all about, you want to get this book, Ethereum, and the importance of Ethereum. You want to get this book. Because banking, I'm going to tell you, banks are using this technology. Banks are using this technology. Yeah, the days of the dollars going, and the days of the coins are going up. It's an investment. It's an investment. The world is rapidly evolving. And it's utilizing this type of technology. You can say what you want. Doesn't change. It's not the world's not going to stop for you. You get in where you fit in, or you don't get in at all. And you ask yourself, why are these people driving nice cars, living in beautiful homes, have people taking care of the yard, have so much free time? I buy time. I buy time for a whole 25 years. And now I'm reaping my benefit because I bought time in advance. All right? But every business owner, if you're looking to be a business owner, you definitely want to get into this. You know, see this little right here by Tether? It's a stable coin. It talks about that. I got picture illustration in the book. So rest assured I do. But I covered a lot on the previous class topic. But I just wanted to just rehash a little bit more where you can find the smart contract and how you can deploy. This book also covers how you deploy the smart contract. It also talk about the security level of the smart contract. It is impossible to undermine. If you do not have a key On the other side, let's say I purchased something from using a smart contract. I purchased a aircraft, okay, a $5 million aircraft, basically a propeller, brand new. I can't remember the name of them, but they're nice and pretty. But this aircraft I bought that has a propeller as an engine, and the engine wings, and it looks very comfortable, enough room for two people. Costs like $5 to $7 million. Well, I can purchase it through the smart contract, through the Ethereum. So you make the purchase instead of ACH. The transaction code, it leaves a code. And once I purchase it online, it goes through. Then it goes through a security blockchain. It goes through the blockchain. It goes inside a smart contract. Now, for the other person to receive the money or the coins or whatever transaction, the money that for the value of that aircraft, they have to have that key on their end. And they get the key there, open it, guess what? The money's there. If they don't, you remember back about 10 years ago that people were hacking into the block to try stealing Bitcoins, okay, from people? Well, they can't do that anymore. They're going through Ethereum, they're going through blockchain. It's very secure, and this book covers about the security. So that before you even get into cryptocurrency, you want to get this book so you can have a thorough understanding on how it works. Okay. Now I'm going to read off some companies because I've been wanting to do this for a while that utilize blockchain tokens as well. Okay. Let's see here. Are y'all ready? Anybody familiar with Amazon? Anybody familiar with Amazon and how they track goods from purchase to delivery? Let me read this to you. Amazon used smart contract through its Amazon Managed Blockchain, AMB service, which stands for Amazon Managed Blockchain. Yeah. Creating a managed blockchain network. The ABM, or the Amazon Managed Blockchain, allows users to create and manage scalable blockchain network using open source framework like Ethereum. Remember I said about Ethereum? And Hyperledger Fabric. Okay? It developing your decentralized application. We're living in a decentralized world. And there's nothing you can do about it to stop it. We are decentralizing. Our money, our currency, how we do business is now going through decentralization. Decentralized currency are here to stay. So you might want to know something about it by ordering and get this book in your hand. Because one way or the other, you're going to face it. If some of your children will face it. If they take in computer science or business administration, they're going to have to go through this thing. Okay? Users can develop and use dApp that interact with Ethereum blockchain. The back end of the dApp is a smart contract that runs across the node joined to another Ethereum network. Did you know it's just like World Wide Web? You know, they got a bunch of network that's connected. That's the blockchain. You see this look like a spider web? Just like remember the World Wide Web? This is interchangeable. All these are blockchains. Connected. You access to real-time and historical data that can never be destroyed. All right. Smart contract developed service, Amazon Web Service, AWS, offers smart contract development service that specialize, create intelligent contract using blockchain platform like Ethereum, Hyperledger, EOS, and Corda. What blockchain is Amazon using? Amazon Managed Blockchain currently support Ethereum, Polygon, Bitcoin, and Hedge Ledger Fabric blockchain. So, if you want to learn more, Get the book. Get the book. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you the truth that here it is. This is Ethereum. This is a cold wallet of Ethereum. So I put Ethereum coins in here. Okay? Type in cold wallet. This is how individuals can get paid or make transactions or store. This is primarily for storing. Same with this one. I have a mine. I have 3 mines. And these mines are producing coins that look like this. Okay? You want to get your hands on one of these. You want to become an investor. You want to get into the greatest thing that's coming. Next company. You ever heard of Honeywell? Everybody heard of Honeywell, right? Honeywell. What's Honeywell? How does Honeywell connect to blockchain? Okay. Is Honeywell using smart contract? Yes, they are. And they're using blockchain technology. Why are you not learning about it? Why MIT is teaching it. Cornell University is teaching it. Okay? Penn State is teaching it. They're teaching this thing. Blockchain. Honeywell used blockchain technology in its Go Direct trade on marketplace for aircraft parts to protect buyers and sellers. Can I say it again? Protect buyers and sellers. Blockchain ensures that each part listed includes images and documents and create a digital ledger of provision transaction for each part. That's how Honeywell sells and buys aircraft parts. It's called the Go Direct Trade Online Marketplace. Honeywell also used bias offering, BASS. That's B is capital B, lowercase a, capital S. Honeywell bias offer allow customers to build, host, and use their own blockchain apps and smart contracts. I know it don't make sense to you, but read the book, you get it. Honeywell used blockchain technology in a label printer to help make supply chain more secure. Ain't no getting in this. Honeywell printers also authenticate and register products, providing real-time track and tracing using printable labels. That's the same thing Amazon, Walmart is doing. That's the same thing DSC Logistics is doing. All these enterprises that utilizes the smart chain for distribution. The Department of Defense, no different. Logistics is logistics, whether you be black belt, red belt, or so forth, or even a green belt. And that's just a level of training in this. Ford Motor Company using smart contract. Ford Motor Company use smart contract and other blockchain technology in a number of ways. Supply chain. Remember, it's a billion dollar company, worldwide, Ford location everywhere, and you have to have this. Ford cooperate with other companies to create the blockchain-based supply chain standard for automotive industry. These standards aim to improve the tracking and traceability of parts. You order, so if you need, let's say Ford factory needs a injector for a, I don't know, let's say for a Cobra Mustang, high performance car, all right, or a Ford GT. There, from start to finish and delivery, it is tracked. Once it arrives at its destination, just like everything else, it is tracked from start to finish. I'm amazed that the company of Superpass, they use the same old tracking method to track products, and through our back office, we can track products from manufacturing of the patch, leaving the warehouse or manufacturer to a distribution point, wherever that distribution hub is, to shipping. And then once it goes to shipping, the label is done, its shipping is done, it's shipped, and then it's on its way. And it's tracked till it arrives at its destination, same delivery. U.S. Postal Service, no difference. FedEx, no difference. UPS, no difference. Okay? Vehicle identity. Ford participating in blockchain trials with other companies to create a vehicle identity. Cryptocurrency. Let's talk about cryptocurrency real quick. Ford is exploring the use of cryptocurrency to ease what? Traffic? Cryptocurrency? You know you can use Bitcoin and also this coin to buy a car and truck. That's right. Ride sharing. Ernst & Young created a blockchain-based ride-sharing platform called Teslacat that use smart contract to facilitate share ownership of vehicles. Wow. We're getting some learning today. Let's move to the next one. Is BMW, my favorite, BMW using smart contract? The answer is yes. BMW is partnered with CoinWeb to develop smart contract platform for streamlining vehicle financing process. I'm going to say that again. BMW, and this is back a couple of years ago, partnered with CoinWeb. Somebody look up CoinWeb, please. To develop a smart contract platform for streamlining vehicle financing process. Instead of the old traditional fill out the form, you can do it online now before you even leave your house and know that you're approved. But there's a process for that. The platform will include anti-money laundering, AML, Alpha Mike Lima. And know your customer. You know, I talk to a lot of people in banking. They have no clue about know your customers. Know your KYC. What is KYC in the blockchain world, in the transaction world? Banks, some bank tellers don't even have no clue what that is. Don't know what it means. Read the book. And you'll learn about know your customer. You'll know about KYC. Because when you learn KYC, it'll open a whole understanding to you that you didn't have before. Because it's here. Blockchain-based loyalty program. BMW partnered with CoinWeb to create a blockchain-based loyalty program that rewards customers with products and services. Charge chain blockchain model project. BMW is working to decentralize charging network for electric cars that use smart contract. All right, Chevrolet. They'll never do Chevrolet. They'll never. I see Ford, BMW, but they'll never use Chevrolet. Yes, they do. Chevrolet is using. Is Chevrolet using smart contract? Yes. Chevrolet use smart contract. The Chevrolet Z06 owned the color NFT. This NFT, and it's in the book too if you want to know what that is, has a secondary royalty of 10%. This means that the 10% of the proceeds from each resale of the NFT will be automatically sent to a party specified in smart contract. I'm talking all this stuff that you don't understand. And all you have to do is get the book. I went to college. I put it to use. Yes, I'm into it deep. Has Pepsi used smart contract? Yes. Pepsi-Cola has used smart contract in the blockchain based on ad campaign. Tested ad campaign that used smart contract to ensure that business only pays for genuine ad impression. The campaign was built on a public blockchain, ZIC, and used an internal native alliance token. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Native Alliance Token, NAT. The campaign was a success with a 28% increase in efficiency. And that's what it basically boiled down to, guys. Companies are now looking to increase efficiency. And using AI as part of it. Artificial intelligence is a major part of that efficiency, too. Improving efficiency. That way, the least amount of human errors, and with the least amount of errors too. Transparency. The campaign used encryption to ensure privacy and transparency. All of use encryption software. Each party could only view data that was relevant to their roles. Efficiency. The smart contract automated the supply chain, reconciling impression from multiple data sources with payment in real time. So if you make a purchase, that purchase clear right away on that same day. Not tomorrow, not 5 days from now, like ACH. No, it's done. They got their money. Mercedes-Benz use smart contract. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. The smart contract in conjunction with the blockchain technology to address supply chain challenges. It deals with supply chain, supply and demand, supply chain. Will this product be here tomorrow? Will this product arrive steadily? We're ordering X amount of thousands of chickens. We need chickens in every store. Guess what? It has to be tracked. You go to Walmart and you see a nice item, you want to make sure there's a bunch of it in there so you can purchase. When you go to do Christmas shopping on Black Friday, you want to make sure, the stores want to make sure they have adequate supplies and supplies on the way, knowing that in this time, certain time of year or certain rush, that the product's going to be sold and going to have to be replenished. And they need a tracking system to ensure, and believe it or not, blockchains are doing. Crypto, in the crypto space, is the new World Wide Web. So, as far as Mercedes' case, Mercedes supply chain management, Mercedes-Benz partnered with Acertis, a cloud-based contract management platform. And that's spelled ICE, ICERTIS, Acertis. Oh, I can't pronounce it right. Don't worry. But anyway, this platform is used to smart contract to create public ledgers for transaction. This ledger can help Mercedes-Benz ensure that suppliers meet regulatory compliance and contractual obligation. Y'all hear that? The platform developed by Platon acts as a database for used cars. Okay, I'm talking about the used car now. The ledger helps also Mercedes-Benz track commitments across suppliers and verify that contract includes sustainability and ethic clause. You want to maintain a certain amount of volume with no gaps in between, no waiting, very little time lost, and it's going to improve efficiency. Can we all agree that we want more efficiency in the workplace? We want more efficiency in distribution and receiving? Of course we do. IBM used smart contract. IBM used smart contract in a number of ways, including IBM Food Trust. Used private smart contract to process sensitive information like pricing and contract terms. IBM blockchain platform provides tools to develop, package, test smart contracts. The Hyperledger Fabric, a permission blockchain infrastructure that IBM contributed to, which allows execution of the smart contract. WeTrade use it. Does MallChain use smart contract? Yes, they do. MallChain. Everybody ever heard of MallChain? It's spelled M-U-L-E, like a mule chain, and C-H-A-I-N. Yes, MuleChain use smart contract on the blockchain to manage decentralized personnel delivery and temporary warehouse service. Has SweetBridge use smart contract? Yes, SweetBridge liquidity system. This ecosystem of Ethereum, smart contract, and infrastructure service use equal assets to create a digital currency through the Ethereum. Token asset and right protocol, asset vaults, SweetBridge contract. Has Microsoft used contracts? Yes. Azure blockchain, let me see here. ViraSol, partnered with Octopus Lab. Microsoft is working to Aptos Lab to train artificial intelligence models using Aptos verifying blockchain information. Aptos, A-P-T-O-S, will also run validator nodes for its blockchain on Microsoft Azure Cloud. It's going to make this the most secure thing on the planet. Okay? Let's see. Anything else? And like I said, get the book. If you want to learn more about cargo ledgers, using smart contract for distribution, then you want to definitely get this book. Oracle. Anybody ever heard of Oracle? I heard of Oracle. Oracle used smart contract as well. Oracle blockchain platform cloud service that help organization create, automate smart contract. Did I sound like a Fortune 500 company? Yes, they do use it. Fortune 100 companies use it? Yes, they do. Does McDonald's use it? Yes, they do. Burger King? Yes, they do. They do. Anything dealing with logistics and shipping? Open ports, Torglen? Yes, they do. McDonald's, I already said. Bitcoin payments. McDonald's was the first fast food chain to accept what? Bitcoin. As a form of payment in the restaurant. Now, each coin now is about $90,000 per coin. Can you imagine $90,000? I have 80 coins. Ain't no way. Now, Lord behold, I'll be a rich man right now. Lord behold, I'll be a rich man right now. If this coin becomes 90,000 per coin, or this one becomes 90,000 per coin, it's going to be real, guys. So if you want to learn more about big blockchain, get the book. If you want to know about investing with Texacoin, get with me, okay, or get with Sheila. What else? We've already talked about Rolls-Royce uses blockchain, smart contract, blockchain innovation challenge 2019. Here's a note for you. Rolls-Royce partnered with Singapore SIA Engineering and Hong Kong-based Block Aero to find a blockchain solution for aircraft engines. You know, Rolls-Royce does not only make cars, luxury cars like $1 million cars. They also produce aircraft engines. There was a matter of fact, there was a Rolls-Royce plant in Prince George that was producing jet engine until COVID just tore everything up. And I believe it was out for a while. I understood it was closed. Somebody on the chat, correct me. If it's still open, that's great news. We need to hear that. If it's closed, please verify. I'll check it out later. Also, and there's a lot of stuff going on when it comes to investing in the crypto space. Singapore is deep. Thailand is deep in it as well. America, we need to wake up or we're going to be left behind. Okay? So, I mean, we're talking about real situation here. Real money, real solution. But the blockchain solution for aircraft maintenance in Singapore, Block Aero won the challenge and went on to participate in the blockchain proof on the concept with what? Rolls-Royce. CTFtime.org is involved. Philip Morris. How many of y'all worked at Philip Morris? Any Philip Morris representatives out here? Anyone who worked at Philip Morris factory, production line, is on the chat? I know one person who used to work maintenance there. He was a master electrician. But anyway, Philip Morris. Anyone from Philip Morris? Okay, I'm going to share something with you. To all my Philip Morris friends, Philip Morris International, PMI, has implemented smart contract to improve their supply chain. PMI also, which is Philip Morris International, is also working with a public blockchain that is not the same as the commonly understood definition and terms. Has Boeing, now, that's where it is on Philip Morris. Boeing also used smart contract as well. Boeing NEXT, or Boeing Next, a collaboration with Spark Connection, use artificial intelligence and blockchain to track unmanned aircraft, manage traffic, and support package deliveries. There you go. Trust Flight Aircraft Maintenance. Boeing collaborated with the University of British Columbia and race rock on the digital aircraft record this system, which use blockchain to what? Is to ensure aircraft parts are not counterfeit. Quality is everything, especially when lives are on the line. As far as aircraft, verifying the maintenance is legally compliant. Does Dell use smart contract? The answer is yes. Remember those Dell computers? Yes. They use smart contract. Dells have used blockchain technology for a variety of purposes, including smart contract, data distribution, and asset tracking. Blockchain is a network that can distribute data to multiple participants, and smart contract can be used to digitally verify contract what? Negotiations. Burger King used smart contract, used DocuSign. How many of y'all use DocuSign? DocuSign. DocuSign is a smart contract. Use smart contract to verify. Because when you're using DocuSign to sign contracts to purchase a house, you're using the blockchain. And you didn't know it, didn't you? You didn't know it. But you know now. DocuSign is to digitally manage supplier contract. The solution includes scanning existing paper document into what? A SharePoint. Implementing a workflow process for new contracts. Using DocuSign e-signature. REST API to create envelopes and send contracts to what? The DocuSign cloud. Using the NetC Windows service to pull DocuSign servers every what? 15 minutes. Bank of America used the smart contract. Delta Bank used the smart. Delta, not Delta, but Deltic Bank. That's spelled D as a dog, E as an elephant, L as in Larry, T as in Tom, E as in Echo, C as in Charlie. Bank uses smart contract. For Wells Fargo is using Wells Fargo is using smart contract. In my book, it's in a trial, but it's already past that trial now. Was participating in a trial with other financial institutions to use smart contract for domestic and cross-border what? Payments. We're talking about international commerce, ladies and gentlemen. And why I'm so fired up, why I'm not worried, now I'm not concerned about who's what in charge. Because this thing going to happen anyway. There's nothing they can do about it to change that. That's why I went to school. I went to school. God showed me, go to school. Because the future is about to happen. And if you don't prepare yourself now, you don't read on smart contracts, artificial intelligence, which I did too, marketing, digital marketing, understand the market space, how to reach thousands of people, how to service your product and service, using digitalized servers. Guys, you're going to miss the boat. You're taking computer science, and artificial intelligence along with smart contract. Guys, you're looking at $200,000 a year income at age 21 after graduation. Technology is the thing now. And that's where it is with this book. I just want to finalize, go ahead and share what I do know. Okay? Now, if you want to learn about marketplace business using artificial intelligence, which I do, and I'm telling you, I just bought into a software service that's going to take marketing and AI, my business, to the next level, because it's going to do things that, which I share in other videos, that an individual, maybe 50 people couldn't even do. It's going to replace a lot of folks because it's efficiency. It's about efficiency, speed, get it done. Okay? So if you want to compete, I suggest you take some classes and get involved. I mean, we're talking about here magnetic presence, guys. It's the real deal. It talks about AI. It talks about marketing. It talks about digital platforms or even cryptocurrency. I talk about that too. That's what I used to do when I used to have. This is the old me. This is the old me. That's my storefront right there. You want to look to the future, not to the past. You want to look beyond traditional method of marketing. And yeah, you say, well, you know all this stuff. Why you're not super rich? There's a time and a place for everything. Don't you worry. My time will come. And sometimes, you remember Colonel Sanders didn't get his blessings until he was 65 years old. You need to read his book. You know. This book also comes with color illustrations as well, diagrams. That's all Nigeria. Building your personal brand online, creating a strong online presence. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Engaging your audience. That's what I'm doing every day. Every day. You definitely want to get your hands on this type of document. Coaching, mentorship, professional development. Talks about that. Strategies. Strategy for mitigating risk. You want to read about that. How to mitigate risk in business. How artificial intelligence empower business solution. The role of artificial intelligence. First thing, we want to take from ignorance to knowledge, to understanding. We want to have an understanding that will help us reach success. And you want to, first and foremost, you want to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Okay? You want to believe in yourself. Talk about drop shipping essentials, digital sales tactic for growth, case study for successful social enterprise, balanced profit and purpose. Yeah, my book covers all that. That's all I had in my head. That's why I tried dumping it. Embracing the coachable attitude. Are you coachable? The American soldier, airman, Navy, Marines. You wonder why they get hired so many times? You want to know why employers are really looking for military people with background in the military? Why? Because they are trainable. We are all trainable. Look at here. That shows it right here. I am trainable. I am trainable. I'm also coachable. And if you're coachable, you're going to get to receive coaching that you need, and you're going to have success. You can't have a negative attitude and a don't want to learn attitude and think you're going to be successful. You're not. You're sadly mistaken. You also have to cultivate a mental toughness. Just like when people say no to you and your product and service, you look at that, thank you for the opportunity, and you go to someone else who will. They missed the boat. Don't worry about them. Shake the dust off your feet, and you keep moving, airborne. You keep moving. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time for small talk. You get down to business. If they do need it, you get the contract signed up. You get it the transaction done, whether it be blockchain or ACH. You get it done. And you go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's how innovators work. That's how millionaires make millions. That's how billionaires make billions. That's how six-figure earners, I'm talking about beyond 100,000, make their money. Because they're constantly innovating themselves. They're constantly doing professional development. Read a book. I got a bunch of books right here. I'm still working on reading them. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Think and Grow Rich. Stuff like that. Professional development. Taking a class will help you. It will help you in your language. It will help you in conversation. Read business books. Read business magazine. Do not read the newspapers. Garbage. You got people on news stations who spend hours watching the news. CNN, all these 24-hour MSNBCs. They're all garbage. Feeding your head. You want to watch business news. You want to watch stock market news. Something like that. You want to watch YouTube videos that talks about marketing and digital marketing and watch motivator speakers like Les Brown Jim Ross, just to name a few, who will inspire you. You don't want to hear about negative stuff that you have no control over. This is a game of chess, ladies and gentlemen. This is no joke. When it comes to politics, you can talk, it's like WWF wrestling. They're a Democrat versus a Republican. They're bashing. They're mean. They're fighting. They're talking about each other like kids. And then when you get them behind themselves and closed doors, it's like they're best of friends. And guess who's been played? The pawns. Don't be about the pawns. Be about business. Be about business. Know something. Do something. Things that can affect you, you don't know how to affect you until you understand the business. Okay? Okay? I'm 60 years old and I'm sharing some deep knowledge, and I hope you take it. I'm going to share some deep knowledge, some basic principles of business and marketing, back office training this Saturday. You will want to be there. You will want to be there if you want to grow, if you want to thrive. Take it from somebody who knows. Because if you don't, somebody else will. And they do it, and they follow the instruction to the letter, they're going to thrive, and you're going to like, I wish I could have, should have. And when I'm sharing, people pay thousands of dollars to know what I know, to receive what I'm sharing, right here on this platform. And that's for real. That's real talk. And I'm reaching out to people who don't know me, because they're the one who wants it. I proved that last week. They're hungry. There's somebody looking for me. There's somebody looking for you. All you have to do is be coachable. And think independently. Don't be in the matrix doing the same thing everybody else do. Or the big TV screen said, obey. Hate this person because we tell you to hate them, without knowing what you're doing, why you're doing. Do some serious thinking. I forgot. Now I remember. It's called critical thinking. In graduate school, we hit that hard. Critical thinking, to think independently, to know the difference, what is value of assumed truth and real truth, real facts, hard facts, or what's facts to somebody, this may not be facts to another. I'm giving you some principles that you can take with you. Take what I'm saying to heart. I don't know how much God tasked me to do in this God's green earth, how much time I may have, but I'm maximing every bit of it, and I'm going to get mine. You should want to get yours. But with that, guys, tomorrow's coming. We got a few days to our health and wellness ministry presentation and to patch, which is our goal, to patch 1 million people. That's a business. 1 million people. Okay? We want to do that. And I'm excited about that. They're going to be, again, training. How to navigate, and that should be a book too, the back office. And not just that back office, any back office. Do you have a bank account? Do you have an app? That's a back office where you can check on your account. You can send messages to your local bank, make requests. You can challenge fraud while you're on it. You can call the 1-800 or click to call the 1-800 number for help or assistance. But pretty much you can do it yourself. And well, there it is. It's all right here. It's a back office. It's a platform. It's what it is, guys. And you want to get involved in this. You want to understand what you have. Those you use, like I published my book, or you may be affiliates with Amazon. There's a back office for that. You have to learn it. You have to self-learn. It's time to tighten up your shirt, tie up your shoe, roll up your sleeve, and learn. Because once I give you something and you don't know how, you wouldn't know how to repeat it. If I give you fish and you don't know how to go fishing, then you will still starve the next day. So I'd rather teach you how to fish, teach you how to be successful, teach you how to make money through this program with Super Patch or through Texas Coin or as an investment. I'd rather teach you that so you can do your own stuff for the rest of your life and help somebody else. That's where it's all about. Okay? Because I'm used to being an instructor. I like to teach. I like to challenge. I like to test to make sure you got it. Because if you got it, you're going to win. And that's how it was with me. When I was a young soldier, a young private, a young cadet, I had to be challenged. And I was constantly challenged. And I always constantly challenged myself. And my father, a 30-year veteran, challenged me too. So, and plus I have mentors. And that'll be another story from my other book that you can read about me, my bibliography, about myself and my story growing up on Halifax Street, and the people who are mentors and innovators who I was surrounded by, who made a major impact in my life. So I'm here to tell you guys, the opportunity, the world is yours. There's nobody holding you back but you. Okay? But anyway, guys, I appreciate you taking time out on this 1 hour and 26 minutes of lecture and sharing books, sharing about the event coming up. And we'll try to do it every other week because we got other responsibilities too. Every other week we'll try to do that. If not, we have to stream down due to lack of interest. We'll do that, but we're going to still march on. Okay? But anyway, guys, this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, a.k.a. Beast Mode, Airborne Infantry, Civil Affairs, Quartermaster, Combat Engineer, Civil Engineer, Air Force, Air Army. Sign off. Airborne out. God bless you. May have a smile upon you. Airborne out.